Um, Andre Clark once again. My camera started up before I could even hit the start button. But all right, here we are. We can play around with the hot chords, the fat chords, the dope chords. Right? We can play around with all these beautiful, lustrous chords, and make our playing go to a whole another level. All right, so play by sight. You guys can pick that up over at my website. I'll put the link in there once I get things up and going. My camera automatically, by accident, started before I could even sit down and get my equipment up and running. But nevertheless, we here. Happy 4th of July. And be safe out there for everybody and all that good stuff. So I am going to continue to do what I'm doing now. I didn't realize this thing went ahead and already started up already on me without me even getting the chance to sit down and get things, as I say, get things warmed up. But nevertheless, here we are. This is kind of what I would do if I was a musician, not being so lazy and don't want to get up and practice and all that good stuff. So this is, I guess, this is another way of showing that I'm not lazy and yep, physically getting up off of my tailbone. I took a nap, so now I'm kind of wide awake now. It is, I believe, a little after 8 o'clock. Maybe almost 8:30 California time. All right, and so wherever you at, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And so, anyways, I'm here, and we gonna mess around with some hot chords, fat chords, dope chords, off the chain chords, and these chords I'm pulling from my website, actually from my book, which is Play by Sight. And then anything else that I end up playing, I will indicate that the fact that it will be going on my edition number 2. Edition number 2. And also edition number 3, I found some stuff that I did not realize I can do actually at the same time. So since I have the Mac over here, I purchased another Mac, which is a desktop Mac, and also my iPad, so I can actually do two things at once. Build the secondary edition of my book. Alrighty then. And I need to cash this check. I don't know why I'm still holding this check from last Sunday. Um, and so also, of course, I found my list. This is my previous list for the chords that's in the book. That I made a I call it my laundry list of chords that I play, and on a daily basis or whatnot, depending on what the songs are, whatever it is that I'm practicing on. And so, yep. So I jotted down my chords on a little notation. This is something I always keep talking about. I might even just do that as a part of the exercise so that beginner musicians can know that, hey, you can do specific things and all that good stuff. I'm trying to figure out what is this one. Is this my other? This is a list or a song? Oh, was that show me them chords. Show me them chords, bruh. If y'all have not seen that video, that video is so hilarious. But it's where a guy is on an organ and all of the musicians or wannabe musicians, I'd say, or both, are wanting to be a musician. And so back in the day, I remember those times where I would take my recorder of whatever type I had and go up to near close to the musicians who playing on the organ or playing on the keyboard, and you got your recorder out. Back in the day, I had that real actual recorder, video recording, and then later on, I had the tape recorders. And then later on, time progressed, and then I got into the digital stuff, the digital recorders, the video digital recording. I did a lot of different crazy stuff um, back in the times. I no longer do that anymore because I have so much material that is just ridiculous. And so now what I'm trying my best to do, let me stop saying that word try. I have already produced my very first book of chords, library chords that are being applied. And y'all can see my stack here. And I'm just getting off the surface already. I mean, like I'm taking y'all straight to some real deal stuff. This ain't no yeah, this ain't no play stuff, you know, kindergarten stuff. This the real deal where I transcribe stuff and I'm actually moving chords from this stuff into an actual real book. As you can see, this book has fallen apart. Everything that was in it is just falling out of it. Um, and so forth. And I have, of course, way more than just these books in front of me. So I figured, let me start with something, right? Let me start with one of the books. This is one of the newest books that's got a little something in it that I kind of started messing with some newer ideas along the way, and I can't help it. I just try to stop doing it, but I just can't stop. Y'all heard that song, Just Can't Stop. Praises his name. I just can't stop. Praises his name, Jesus. Anyway, so I got all this stuff, y'all, and I'm thinking like, I just can't hoard it all to myself. All right, this is the page I was looking for. This is all of this stuff. This is most of the stuff that is either one or the two is already in edition number one, and already this is also going the first half of it, and then the second half of this, and I think I started some foolishness on the back of some more hot fat off the dope chords that I just sit here at the keyboard and generate on my own without having to be chasing other musicians down. And so God has allowed me to have that time to do it when I was back in '04, '05, '06, and '07, and then sporadically throughout '07 and '8, '9, and 10 and 11. And then when 12 came around, I got another position on my job where it allowed me way too much time. I had way much time, a whole lot of much time in '04, '05, '06, and '07. All right, for those 4 years, I was building these books that you can see that, like I said, some of them it just fell apart. The book fell apart, and then '07 through 2012, and then that was sporadically. I was still kept writing chords and stuff and writing songs and whatever, things of that nature. Let me not keep losing that out though. I got to keep that in my focus. So what it is, I try to lock in on specific stuff that I hear a lot that's being played by our favorite musicians, and I'm dropping it in the play by sight edition number one, and also is going to my edition number two, and I might as well go on and say it, edition number three, because I just found out just a few days ago by accident, oops, that I can actually use my iPad, my Mac, and then of course I got my baby Mac. I mean my baby Mac over here, and then my big boy Mac over here, and I can do some things simultaneously at the same time. Do a little bit over here for edition number two, and then over there I can do a little addition for number three book. My plan was to try to put out maybe 4 books. All right, 4 different editions. I might call the other books, maybe one of the books, maybe a whole completely different name. Maybe not, but I might go ahead and keep it under that umbrella, play by sight, because the whole idea is for you to not just look at this and say, oh, this is a C minor 9, but what C minor 9 should I play? You won't know. All right. Or if I say, hey, I want you to do a a C major 9. Which one I want y'all to play? You won't know, because there's so many different routes to approach the same exact chords. So my game plan is to try my very best, and I use that word. I keep saying try. My attempt is to play them in different inversions or approach, because there is more than one approach to playing various different types of these chord names. And that's what I was trying to explain to one of the musicians I saw at the church when I went to go play Sunday for I don't want to say for the first time for a long while, but by myself. I had to play, and so I was just explaining to that musician, and I hope he's watching this video. But I was just trying to explain to him that, yo, there is more than one way to play the same kind of chords. All right, so that's where I'm gonna be addressing to play, maybe 3, 4 different ways to do that. But again, that's just going to make my book a little bit more longer per each page. So I'm gonna kind of watch that, because there's so many more other chords that I want to drop in the book on top of that. So I don't want to focus on, oh, the major 9, you can play this 10 different ways. That I don't want to get into that, because then that'll, for me, that'll be defeating the purpose of me trying to put these chords out there. So I would say maybe I'll try to approach them maybe 2 or maybe 3 different routes or whatever, and that'll give some of the other chords a chance to be dropped in the book. But my edition number 1 is already addressing the basic theory, your number system, and the scales in all 12 keys, chapter 1. And then follow through over here with the notes on the actual scale of the or diagram, if you will. All right, and then that's explaining that in all 12 keys. Then we jump right over here to chapter 2, and then we get right on into start playing our major chords, double up with both hands, which means you're doing inversions, but you just doubling up your whole your hands with your major move. All right, so we're gonna go back to the contents, and the contents is going to tell me what's up. So that will be your major move, and then we do that in all 12 keys. Then we go on to chapter 3. We're doing our minor move. This is just a structure of chords that musicians use. I use, all right, in my own a way of approaching songs if I'm trying to learn something. So yes, this is in the beginning. This is what we have to learn for our beginner level musicians, intermediate level, and maybe even advanced musicians don't know this. But so I built this book for all 3 levels, all right? So do not bypass the page from chapter 1 and jump right over to chapter 9 and start going into the hardcore chords. I call it the hot chords, fat chords, dope chords, lush chords, whatever y'all want to give it the name of it. But at the end of the day, they're going to be fiery chords. So chapter 3, I said we're addressing the minor move, the augmented move, and then we're addressing the diminished move. We go over here to chapter 4, and we mess with our major 7. Chapter 5, our sus2 suspended chords, and sus4, the 7 sus4 chord. And chapter 6, we getting into the dominant chord. We call it the C7 chord, where we're getting into that major 7. Chapter 7, we smashing on the major 7 with the sharp 5. Then over here, chapter 8. Then we over here, chapter 8. Yes, over here, chapter 8. We're gonna be smashing down on the tritone. And here's the deal: was my editor was saying, "Hey, stop right there," and I was like, "Well, no, let me go further. I need to express the fact that everything I mentioned in chapter 2 through chapter 8 is what I moved over into chapter 9 as a demonstration of what chords you can use with your tritone, what chords you can use with your major 7th move, what chord you can use with the minor, major, and major minor, right? You can go diminished minor. And so I wanted to give the what we call mix and match chord movements versus just giving y'all just the straight up, okay, the structure on how chords are built along the way. So I wanted to take y'all to a whole nother level for my beginner level musician, of course, and intermediate level, definitely, of course, too, as well. Advanced level musician who probably already know how to play these chords, but just unlearned about what the name of the chord is. Yeah. Sometimes we can be unlearned and we don't know what we actually playing. And that was just me. The same thing. I'll sit here play chords all day. But I have no idea exactly what I'm doing. So I wanted to make this book or create this book so that we all can understand what we actually playing, what our left hand doing something, and what our right hand doing something else. So that's the reason why I created this book called the Play by Sight. All right, edition number 1, and now edition number 2 is gonna come out even more hot because I'm not going to. Well, I'm contemplating y'all still because if you guys remember what I had mentioned earlier that in chapter 2, um, I've given you the double hand chords, right? So if you're playing a C major chord, once again, just understand that you can do inversions, all right? I didn't want to get into, okay, you playing a C major chord, 1, 3, 5, C, E, and G, and then your next move, you go to your first inversion, and that is your 3, 5, 1. I didn't want to get into that. Or you go to your second version, it's your 5, 1, 3. I didn't want to get into that because I wanted to hurry up to bypass that. However, you getting it anyways with the double up major chord. Just learn to move your hands from the major move, and then do your inversion. Now, if you want to, then I would suggest you get this book here. All right, if you want to. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can stick with my book and do exactly what I was saying by doing your inversions. All right, but if you want to, I'm going to give y'all a suggestion on what book to purchase to help you with your inversions. Then you come back to Play by Sight. You're going to start now understanding how to do your inversions. But I just went ahead and did what I call the double up, left to right hand, excuse me, playing the same chord. Now, if you want it broken down all the way, because I'm contemplating on doing my second book the same way. But that would mean it's going to take just as much as pages as it has already taken me up on this in this book from chapter 2 to chapter number 7. So I didn't want to do that all over again. So this will bring me to this book. All right, this is not my book. This is Eric Ryder. Radar, I think. Radar, how you pronounce it, right? The piano chord encyclopedia. I would recommend you get his book if you want to get into the inversion portion of it, because he takes care of all of that. That's why this is my favorite book. Now, I didn't need this book, all right, because I already know how to do all this stuff. So I would say if you super brand new, you want to start out grabbing this book and you want to grab my book, all right, because after you finish learning how to do this, you're going to already be ready to go to chapter 9. Immediately, because you're going to be like, okay, so I got that. That was all super simple. Okay, I got my major move, my minor move, my augmented move, my diminished move, my minor 9, all of those chords, inversions. You're going to get all of that. And it's actually the structure of the way music should be taught. All right. And so let me move my foolishness out the way just for a second so that you can kind of understand what I'm really saying. All right. So I'm going to move this over. All right. Let's move this out the way. So, so that means that basically in the book, he's going to cover the left hand. Well, in the book, it doesn't say left hand or right hand, but I'm just telling you, in his book, make sure you get the left hand doing. It didn't indicate, say, practice with your left hand. All right. There's nothing in the book that's going to tell you need to practice your left hand. But I'm just telling you, if you get this book, practice every chord using your left hand and the right hand. Left hand, right hand. All right. So this book will cover that, where you playing your root position, your first inversion, and then your second inversion. All right. That's your major move, the minor move, root position, first inversion, and the second inversion. It's gonna cover all of that. All right. So your major move. This is the structure. My major move, minor move. Then we have augmented root position, first inversion. Right. I'm doing the spider crawl, and third inversion. And listen, I'm making my left hand work. Right. So any chord, major move, minor move, augmented move. Right. Diminished move, root position, first version, second version, third version. All of that is in that book. But it doesn't specifically tell you to practice this with your left hand or the right, actually. But most people would say, well, hey, when you look at it, it's just going to tell you to practice these chords in their root position, first version, second version, and so forth. But it doesn't tell you specifically, hey, do this with your left hand and also do this with your right hand. I'm going to tell you, do this with your left hand and do this with your right hand. All right. So every chord in here that this gentleman Eric put in his book, I have the same thing over here. So if you want to, that's what I'm saying. If you want to, you can still buy this book and practice your left hand and right hand and doing your inversions. Because all he did was the same thing I already did in my book, but I did mine as double up. All right. We doubling up the same chord. So that's double up the same chord. Well, if you look at my left hand, I already have the root. All right. I already have the root. So as I would use the word common sense is going to say, well, let's move the right hand for a second, Doc. Right? Basically. And just take your bottom note and put it here. And then you go, oh, see what I'm saying? And then, of course, take your bottom note here. And then move it here. So you already cover your root position, first inversion, second inversion with your left hand, which is explained over here. All right. I wanted y'all to get I'm trying to fast track y'all real quickly. So even if you are playing this with my book and playing the double up, you get in the root position, and then I'll take the finger off. I already got now my right hand is covering it. Now you see how I did that? Root position. Then first inversion, second inversion. That's another way of practicing it too. All right. So remember, I told you there's many ways of practicing the same type of chords. You want to still get that idea. Oh, because musicians do be playing this type of stuff and playing it in this type of way. Yo. So with that, and I might move the hand. I'm still playing all these the root position, first inversion, second inversion, and back to root and up here, back to first version. And guess what? Keep moving. And see, I'm doing that crawl. I'm still covering the chords. I'm still covering all my chords. Oh, that's why I say it's important. If you do it this way, it's cool, right? Because that is the way I want y'all to do it. And then bring the right hand. Okay? Now, so that's why I say I would recommend go over here and grab this book from Eric to help you cover all of those major chords using all of the chords I mentioned. Major move, minor move, augmented move, diminished 7, all right? Dominant. You gotta do your inversions of that. Your major 7, do your inversions of that moves, all right? He gives you the major 6. All right. So my book does cover the majority of what I had said All right, hold on, y'all. Let me move this off my screen over here. Let me drag this up a little higher. Make this wider. Okay. All right. And so his book covers, he covers the sus2s, as my book does. Covers the 7 sus4 chords, the sus4 chord. It covers everything my book is actually covering, except what do you do differently in the left hand? And that's where Play by Sight is going to come in to say, hey, okay, we can be musical, right? C. Okay, all right, cool. Now, what can I do different after C? Oh, you don't know. Do y'all? No, you don't know. So if I say, well, let's go on over here and do something different, and we're going to go over here to chapter 9. Okay, in chapter 9, I'm going to say, well, okay, we could do something different in the left hand. So I'm going to go over here to chapter 9, and I'm going to say, I see a C chord. Let me see. Let's find my C chord. Where is that? I saw I just played it a minute ago. Let's go to chapter 9. Let's go over to the next page, and we're going to play, oh, I see. Okay. Looks like I'm going to play C in the right hand, and then D, A, and nope, there it is. All right, it's a D minor, it's a D minor 9 11 chord. All right, or we could just play the D minor 9. Okay. Now watch this. We can play it another route as well. D minor 9. We can use that minor chord in the scale, which I was about to allude to, where we have the Nashville system says play major move, minor move 2, minor move 3, major move 4, major move 5, and minor move 6. So I'm gonna do an inversion of it. Here it is. Earlier was C major. Then I saw the A minor in the scale. That's also in chapter number 3. All right. But I already planned it out over here because I took whatever was over there, chapter 3, chapter 2. All right. Over there in those chapters, between those 2 chapters there. Yes, that's right. Between those 2 chapters over there. Now I'm dropping it over here. So I have the A minor. And let's play that D minor. Oh, D minor 9. Yes. That's why I'm talking about the fat chords, the dope chord. Right? And I got that over here on page 39. All right? Okay. And all 12 keys. And the major chord, the minor moves, are from chapter number 3. And it's just played double up. Now, if I switch the chord up to a different chord and play a different minor chord, let's go play our B flat minor chord inversion. This is root position. That's the inversion of it, root position. I'm playing around with this tritone. That inversion. Now I want to do an inversion. That's the root position. Let's put it here now. What? Yeah. All right, y'all. And then we also could do the major move, which is also the minor 9/11, which is over in the next page. Started over here at page number 41. I did all this stuff in all 12 keys. I did it on purpose so that way you all can kind of get an idea on, oh, yeah, and you'll be like, oh, okay. I see what you're doing, yeah, Mr. Andre Clark. So yes, I want to show y'all everything, because then it would be defeat the purpose of you going in here. But I took everything from chapter 2 through chapter 7, And then, of course, I dealt with chapter number 8, which is the tritones in chapter 8, and started messing around with it and creating the minor 9, minor 7, flat 5, right? So I got the tritone. I grab any one of these tritones, like F tritone or G tritone. Let's grab a G tritone, right? Okay, and we can go back over to that page. Well, I say chapter 3, and I can find me a minor chord, right? And play around with it. And what I do is a portion of the minor chord is really the fourth or the whole minor chord. Remember that B flat minor chord I just played 2 seconds ago, ready? Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. So I had incoming. The wife was checking on me. Yes. So yes, I can go to chapter 8, grab the tritone, right, and I can grab the minor chord as I said earlier. And the minor chord is just me breaking up chords, right? You know, just breaking up the voicings, the minor chord in whatever key you want to go to. That was the E flat minor, D minor, right? D flat minor, right? C minor, B minor, and the B flat minor. And of course, I know my inversion, root position, first inversion, second inversion. It's about where you place it. Back to root, first inversion. Oh, second inversion. And now, since my finger's already there on that F, guess what? I can do the tritone. Now, if I choose this B, say the B tritone, this just makes me play a D flat 7 13 chord, and normally that will be voiced underneath down here. But it's more than one way to play the same chord. It's my point I'm trying to get y'all to understand. All right, it's more than one way to do that. Right now, bringing it down. Right, y'all heard the voicing. So I love you, love. I'm gonna use that voicing. Right, so now I'm not carrying the bass line. Y'all probably noticed that, right? Maybe not. Okay, maybe you didn't know that. All right, so which one is it? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. There it is. There it is. So I'm approaching it from a different angle because I had to come down here lower on the register because it's gonna sound muddy because I'm down here. That's why it's impossible to give you that the voicing because the bass line is gonna be too low. All right. So another word. Let me see. And it's one of the inner note. There it is. It's the tritone. Right, so we call those that's the dope chords. You're gonna hear your pro musicians out there messing around with it. You know what I'm saying? Right, tritone, tritone, and we just playing with the minor chord. Right. Transposing the second version of the minor chord. B flat minor, half step down, we're going to the next minor chord. A, A flat, G, F sharp and G flat. Yeah, so this is the 7 13 chord. But like I said, you might hear it this. You might hear it. John P. Key, whatever that song was, I forgot. he made it out all right. Right? So you might hear that move he did. You know, I think it's here. I'm not sure where he did it. All right. So you know, so now I'm just throwing the other tritone on the other end. This piece of it, this piece of the note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll give you the minor chord. Right? Right, you know. Bum, 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 bum. I forgot how to go. Y'all see what I'm saying? Then you have another route you can do this. The major 7 with the flat 5 sharp 5. With using that major chord. You can do that way too. All right, you play around with the fire chords. I call it the fire chords, the dope chords, the chords that the pros don't want to show us. That's why I call my book, The Play by Side, the Black Hot Gospel Hot Chords. I had to change the names for certain things because I don't want my book to be the same as somebody else who might have the same idea. Edition number 1, the best hottest chords and chord progression that you can that the pros don't want you or me to know about. So I'm exposing it, right? All right, and then you can create your own fat chords and chord progression by using this book, so that you could be able to play like and sound like the pros. All right, so I'm dropping the chords in here. You just go over here and smash on it. Now, beginner musician, please, by all means, you purchase the book. Don't go fast tracking all the way over to chapter 9 right away. Start from chapter 1. Learn your scales in all 12 keys. And the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Or 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you're doing it with your left hand. My left hand trying to get away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Back to the 1. 1, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Repeat. Back to C, C, B, right? A, G, F. And you can do it slowly. E, it's in the book. It's in the book, all right? D, C, back over again. And if you now want to go, C is the 1, D is the 2, E is the 3. That way, that's even faster because you fast tracking it. That's the whole point of me doing it like this. 4 is the F. G is 5. Take your time. A is number 6. B number 7. Now we're gonna go to 8, which is C now. 8 is number C. D is now 9. Right. E is number 10. Now again, and then 11 is number F is number 4. F is number 11 now. G is now number 12 now. A is number 13. B is 14, and then back to the 1. Oh, because what's going to happen is you're going to have somebody going to say, well, you need to learn how to play your major 7ths now. Oh, okay. You should now know what your 7 going to be, because what comes after 6? That's right, 6. So now you have your chord is going to be your 1. You skip over to 2 and go to the 3. It's every other note. 1, skip 2, go to 3, skip 4, go to 5, skip number 6 to go to number 7 now. Now you have your major 7 now. Oh, then when someone said learn, give me the 9, all right, give you the major 9, you already know what your 9 is, because we already said, well, 8 now is what? C, and then 9 is what? D. Oh, so we have major 9. Then y'all remember, there's more than one way to approach the 9 chord. But for right now, we just deal with the first 9 we're going to get. Oh, Now, you might not hear people say, learn your major 11. What you might hear somebody say, sharp 11. So you already know your 11 is here. What makes your sharp, what direction does your sharp go? That's right, up. You have your 11. If you say flat 11, flat 11, going to the left. So if I say, give you a C major flat 11, you just flat your 11, but it's not going to say flat 11, y'all. It's just going to give you just still the C major 9 chord. But if you want to flat the 11, that's what it's going to be here. So you have your regular 11, and then I said flat it, just half step back it. All right, and then go back to your regular 11. If I say sharp 11, you half step up. Oh, so now you're playing this. That sounds better than this one here. That sounds so much way better than this tone here. So if you go ahead and sharp the 11, it's gonna be a much more pretty sound. So you have a C major sharp 11, C major 9 sharp 11. Now I say give me the 13. You already know you're 13, right? At the 11, 12, 13. Oh, you could do it here too, because the thumb will play 2 notes. Which technically, this is your major 7. But now this makes it a 13. Oh, oct 9, which means I'm not playing my 9. But if I oct the 9, that means now I'm playing my 9 there. See, I told you more ways to play the major 9. So now I have a C major 9 13. Now if I don't want my 9 there, I'll put the 9 here. If I don't want my 9 there, I'll put it there. Or I could do octave. Oh, so C major 9 13. Oh, yes. If I don't want my 13 here, I'll go ahead and put the 13 here. I have the 7, my 9, sharp 11, and 13. So that makes you play it now a C major 13. Of course, your 9 is there, but it's the way it's gonna be probably written C major 13 because it's dominated at the top, and then your sharp 11. But we already know your 7 is here and your 9 here. So technically, this is a C major 13 sharp 11. But technically, you might say, well, this is a C major 7, 9, sharp 11, 13. C major 7, 9, sharp 11, 13. If you want to write it that way, I guess that's okay. I was going to say, biblically speaking, rightly dividing your chords the proper way they would probably have you worded. It's a C major 13. 13, sharp 11. C major 13, sharp 11. And we know the 9 is there, and we know the 7 is there. Now, if you take those 3 notes off the bottom of your C major chord, you have now another key. Or another chord, I'm sorry. Another chord, which is called the B minor 7. Now, I'm doing this on purpose so you can see that there are going to be combination of chords in between what we call mix and match chords. As I was alluding to about the other book, this other book is not going to give it to you like that. It's just going to give it to you where you doubling up all of your chords, or if you practice them one at a time with the left hand, later on you come back and you practice with the right hand, then later on you come back and you do them together. Or you can do them simultaneously together all at one time, and then you will have all of these chords. The thing is, and I want to say the problem is, I would just say the thing is, you will not have other ideas to do to switch up unless you're smart enough to say, wait a minute, there is a possibility that I can take. Yes, y'all. There is, if you're smart enough and you want to put in the time and the energy to do it, you can go ahead and do that. But if you don't want to, I already got it going. In other words, I've already got friction going. If I always can say friction, I already got the friction going for y'all. And I got the smoke going for you already. And I got the heat already going for you. So I'm basically already doing it for you. But if you want to go and figure it out on your own and take the time out to figure out how can you take a minor seven, minor major seven. Let me see. Nope. Nope. You want there it is. You want to take your C minor seven. I did this demonstration earlier on Facebook, and you want to sit here and try to figure out somewhere over here. I don't know, somewhere over here, somewhere. Just somewhere over here. Right now, we're addressing the minor seven, the minor major seven chord. Now he did them in the versions. All right, I just saw this version first. I'm sorry, this is the version we were doing. That's the inversion. If I move this note over up here, I'm just doing inversion. I'm just doing the inversion of what's being played, y'all. So he does play this. Eric does. That's why I say I love this book. He does explain that. But the problem is, what can I do differently in the left hand? Unless you want to figure out somewhere along the play and figure this out and say, well, I guess I could try this chord here, or I could try over here, this chord here. I promise you, you will probably, yeah, you'll probably do what I would do. That's okay. Never mind. All right. Forget that. I ain't got time to be trying to figure out what I can. I don't got time for me to try to figure out what kind of left hand movement that I can do with this chord. All right. So I'm saying I'm coming in with the same idea already and saying, well, I can put a tritone there. Maybe that one. That one. Oh, that one. Ah, and that one. That one sounds better. Now that changed the name of my chord that I'm doing. All right. At first I'm doing a minor, C minor major 7, right? Now I gave y'all chapter number 8, the tritone. Now I have an A minor 9 with the flat 5. What? Now let me figure out something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll make the chord bigger on the bottom, right? It's the same chord. I'm still playing the same chord. Now I have an A minor 9 with the flat 5. What? All because I was playing around. I like that tritone. Let me put a B flat there. I'm going home. Bye. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all. What? Now, Cordy can't make this out, but it's still sounding good. Oh my goodness. Let's try B. Let's try C. Try A. Right? Now try to spread it out. Right? Guess what this is? F minor 13, 9 sharp 11. What? Yeah. What? Now here's the thing. You know that B up there, right? I can replace it and put it down here. Or keep it there. Right? You see what I'm saying? But this other one. Wait, hold on. What was it? There it is. No, wait. What did I play? There it is. No, it was this one. There it is. That one. That made sense to me. And I created a chord progression just from doing that. Right? Let's try tone. What? Yes, I create the chord progression just that quick from playing around with that minor 7 with the major minor C minor major 7, right? And I create the tritone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That didn't sound too great. We'll go with this tritone here. Let's go back up. try that tritone. That sounded cool. And then this tritone sounded cool, right? So I kind of played around with it to see which one would kind of, you know. There it is. That was nice too. That was a nice move there too. This one first. A minus 9, flat 13. Now, if I wanted to do the inversions of here, all right, then I'll just move the finger, right? And we could play, spread the chord out to a different spot. That made me, now I took off the C. Now they're gonna make me play another voicing. And this is an augmented chord. E flat augmented chord. What? Alright. That's crazy. This is an A9 sharp 11. What? Now this is the A9 sharp 11. Let's bring that back over here. I'm gonna bring this finger back over here. A minor 9 with the flat 5. That makes me play a B7 sharp 5. I'm gonna move the finger over. Now I have another chord, A9 sharp 11. Now let's raise up the hand. A9 sharp 11, right? I'm gonna move the finger back over again. Now a B7 sharp 5. I'm gonna move. Let's do this, right? All right. Now I'm gonna move the finger over. Play the same chord. Now I'll give you the 7. That's the. Now I went from E flat major 7 with the sharp 5. Now I have an A minor 11 with the flat 5. What? And now back to my C minor major 9. I had my major 7 earlier. Now I have the major 9 because why? 1, 2, the 2. Look at that. E flat major 7 with the sharp 5. And minor C minor with the major 9. And then I have an E flat major 9. I'm playing around with it. I'm playing around with it. Right now I'm thinking about the tritone. Change the tritone. What? D flat 9, 13 sharp 11 now. What? So you see how I can mess around with this voicing and bring you back. Right. B flat 13 suts with the 4. And then let's raise up. See where it led me to? Oops. If y'all want to sound like the pros, play like the pros, they have a saying, you got to think like the pros. What are they doing? What are the ideas that they're pulling out their hats, if you will? And so this is the reason why I created this list of chords that I heard or played and have learned to do. And so I'm just trying to put them in the book and try to get you guys caught up. I call it fast track. So you can be able to... stuff, you know. David Jackson move. This is, he's playing the minor at 2. We know about the diminished. That's in chapter number in my book, chapter 3. So you know, but he's breaking up the chords, right? Bringing them inside. Diminished 7, minor 9, 11. All those simple chords, y'all. They're all simple chords, but they're combination of chords in between. But we call them mix and match chords, and I call them dope chords, fat chords, off the hook chords, whatever y'all want to call it, right? So that's why I would say learn to play this stuff, these chords, because I'm dropping them in the book. I'm on a serious mission right now. And so again, it's like if you want to learn a song from somebody, okay, the chords is in the book, all right, and we can learn how to play some chords. It's in the book. All right.
There are times when, in my own worship space,
6, 1.
There's nobody like you, Lord.
1.
Nobody like you, Lord.
5. Nashville system tells me. Nashville system tells me. Now, in my book, I have it as structure-wise, right? When I said everything's mid-wave major, minor, augmented on the 1, diminished on the 1, dominant on the 1, major 7 on the 1, sus2 on the 1, sus4 on the 1, 7 sus4 on the 1, and then we have a tritone. So I'm using that structure, which is in the book. That's how I structured the book from chapter 2 through chapter 8. And then I'm using the combination of the Nashville system. 1 is major, 2 minor. So if I hear the song's in E flat,
nobody like you, Lord.
1,
That's all the song says.
5.
No.
All right, got it. I don't have to listen to it no more because now I hear her going to the 6 melody line, and then we got the melody line going to the 4. Oh, there's nobody like you, 1. There's nobody like you. And then, believe it or not, the chords, the notes in the melody line is actually the actual chords that is in the song. So what am I saying? The melody line is the chord that you're about to play. That's the melody line. C minor 9. C minor. What? Oh, remember I told you about learning inversion? Wherever you want to voice them later, then you're gonna know where the melody line is. Oh, C minor. Watch that melody line. A flat. A flat. Oh, there's nobody like you. E flat. Oh, the 1. Oh, there's nobody like you. That means B flat. It's the. Oh. All right. Now, I might do this in my book. Where is it? I do this often. You know, it's not really a big major secret, but if you don't know the trick to the madness, because I didn't know it myself, A flat is related to C minor, which is A flat. Then you have C minor by itself, right? Well, you put them two together, what you get? Exactly, major 7 chord. A flat, major 7. Oh, all right. So it's related to C minor is related to E flat. Oh, and you put them 2 chords together. What chord did you get? C minor 7. What? So that's why I said that's 3 chords. 1, 2, and 3 chords right there. And that's why I call those combination of chords in between what we call mixed matching chords, right? And so then now we know E flat is related to who? G G minor, because that creates a E flat major 7 chord. What? Yes. So you have your A flat, your minor 7, and your major 7. Always remember they say wherever there's a major chord, a minor chord coming. From the minor chord back to your major chord, right? Basically. So you have the E flat is related to G minor. Oh. If you wonder, I've always used to wonder this in my lifetime of trying to learn to play stuff, and I couldn't figure out what's those voicing of chords I'm hearing my favorite musician playing. And now it has come to the light. All right, the light has come. The light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so now I know G minor is related to who? B flat. Oh, so now we have what? A G minor 7. We went from an A flat major 7 to the C minor 7 to the E flat major 7 to the G minor 7. What? Oh, and it goes on and on and on. You know, your B flat major chord is related to who? D minor, which create that B major 7 chord. Oh, if you keep playing around with this, right, you're just gonna start discovering your F major chord is related. I gave it away. Your D minor chord is related to your F major chord, which create the F minor 7, and we can keep on going over and over. To get to our let me see, our next chord is, let me see, F major to, I forgot what my other chord is. Let me see. Alright, just going when you have the major chord. Hold up. And then I think we go into the minor move. No, hold on. I forgot I need the major 7, yeah, okay. And then from your major 7 move, we just keep doing that same process over again. But we go into another chord progression, or actually chord, and they start linking. Major 7, and on and on. Y'all get it? Because you're going to end up covering what I say, all of the chords that I put in the book, play by sight. You're going to end up playing those chords in the play by sight moves. And so, 6 now. A flat. 4. E flat 1. 5 B flat. That's it. That's it. I ain't got to listen to the song no more, because now at this point I understand it's the 4 chord progression. 6, 4, 1, 5. Right? 6, 4, 1, 5. Right? Now I can use my book if I wanted to do it and say, all right, let's go play that double up C minor chord. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I added 7 to it. Oh, A flat. This is chapter 3. We're going to chapter 2. There's nobody like you. Chapter 2 still. Still chapter 2. We're going to B flat major. Oh. Now if I want to go over to chapter 9 and grab the minor 9 chord over at chapter 9, I can play my minor 9 move, right? The minor 9. Right? Remember that major 7 chord? I can go over to chapter number, is it 4? I think it's chapter 4. Yeah, chapter 4. And then I can grab a major 7, double up, change the voicing. What? All right, and then go on back to chapter 2 and play my major chord there. And then chapter 2, B flat, but doing inverted in a different spot. Oh, now if I want to fancify it up just a little bit more, chapter 9. Y'all remember that chord I played earlier when we was playing this chord here, right? And just take that same idea and can transpose the chords. So that's A minor move, right? Transpose, transpose. Oh, and transpose my minor move. And then I got this voice in. Oh, oh, that sounds pretty. Double up on chapter 4. There's no chapter 9. What? Chapter 4. There's nobody like you, Lord. Oh. In chapter 5. Oh. Now, if I want to get real, fancier, right? I can try. What chapter that is? There's a little mood that I'll think in my mind when I go to the 5. Okay, chapter 8, and then chapter 2, the minor move. I'm just now separating the hand, right? So I'll find. Okay, I want to play that G minor chord and use the tritone. And he can give you the B flat 713 chord. What? Or the B flat 913 voicing, and go back to the regular movement we played in the very beginning. Oh, oh, chapter 2. There's nobody like you, no. Chapter 2. Chapter 2, B flat, chapter 2. Now I want to go chapter 9 and give you the minor 9 chord. Oh, all right. And then now I want to go outside of the scope. Tritone, major 7 with the flat 5. Now listen, y'all. Now I had to go this voice in here to go here because I'm trying to bypass, or actually not bypass. Actually, I'm trying to play a chord before what we call what's the word I want to use? Passing chord before we make it to the 4. Because remember, we're going 6, 4, 1, 5. So I'm trying to do a passing move because I have a 3 count move. 1, 2, 3. I can squeeze that in. 1, 2, 3 before I go to the 4 because it's like a 4 count. So I'm trying to drop that in there real quick. 1, 2, and woo! This is a E flat major. This is the E flat 913. This is a A7 9 sharp 5. Sharp 9 sharp 5. Technically, it's a major 7 with the flat 5, which I was about to allude to earlier. It was an accident when I went here and did. That was an accident. Oops. That made me play E flat 913. And all I did is brought it out here. Remember, I can play all these chords because there's in my book in chapters 7. I always get it mixed up. Minor 7 flat 5, 12, chapter 12. Chapter 12, the minor 7, the major 7 flat 5 is chapter 12. And then our minor 7 flat 5 is minor 7 flat 5. What chapter did I drop that over here somewhere? Which chapter that falls over? Hold on, y'all. Fly by. So I have the major 7 flat 5, then I have the minor 9 flat 5, minor 7 flat 5, sharp 5, and minor 9. Yeah, so I have it over here, chapter 15. With the 9 and 11, that means I'm just fattening up the chords and giving it as a bigger dope chord. With see what I'm saying? Diminished move out of the key scale. That's already in what? Chapter what? Chapter 3. Back to my minor 9. What? What is the world? originally, right? Right. Original. The major 7 flat 5, right? And then when you add the bass line, it changes to an E flat 9 13. So I'm putting that's already on the list. I've already sent that out. I found out I had already did them and did not know it or remember doing it because I had gotten sick back in November of 23. So I had forgotten what I had already transcribed, what I had already dropped in the book, and I completely forgot in my electronical book that I have set up. I totally forgot that it was there. Had I known that, I would have dropped that those other chords, those 9 13s, 9 13 flat 5, flat 9. So it's more than one way I can approach that same move. More than one way to approach that same chord, because we can make these chords bigger, and then we can go to A minor 7 flat 5 11 and play around with the stuff. So I got my grocery list that's already highlighting. Those are the majority of the ones that already been sent out for my second book, second edition. The second is gonna be dope. It's gonna be some hot chords, for sure, and they will be done in all 12 keys. All right. I believe what I'm attempting to try to do is on the third book create chord progressions, but again, you can grab this book and create your own chord progression, because that's what I'm basically doing. Is what I took from chapter 2 through 8 and dropped it over here in chapter 9. But of course, I took it to a whole nother. Just I gave y'all some chords. I put some chords in here. I didn't even know I could play my own self. Actually, I put it in here. I must have been really out of it, sort of, actually, because I finished this up this year. The book got published June 2nd. So when I got out the hospital in, I want to say the middle part of January, actually the end of January, actually, and then it was like maybe February. I couldn't do nothing because I was just messed up. Let me see, February. Let me see, February, March. No, wait, February. Yeah, February, March, April. I was just say about April, I started to be able to do. Well, I was able to wash my face, brush my teeth, put my clothes on, jump in the shower, drive a little bit. I was finally able to do a little bit at a time. So since I started feeling like I could do better, and then I started trying to finish this book off. My intentions was to put the bass line in here, but then that would have pushed this book off to August, and I didn't want to wait that long. And then plus, I wasn't for sure what was my outcome after I feel like I was getting better, I should say. So I wasn't for sure if I was gonna still be here on Earth, basically. So the Lord allowed me to be able to get better enough to get the book published. So I was able to get the book sent in, I think June 1st. So yeah, so praise God that He allowed me to get the book out. So this is my very first book. And the second book, I'm working on that second edition. And then my third edition, I may do chord progressions. As I was saying earlier before I started this video, I found out that I can actually go and create, which I had started it already. That's my baby sister. Not my baby sister. One of my baby sisters. I found out that I actually can oops, wrong one. I actually can do the book here on my iPad. I didn't know that because when I first tried to do this, it wouldn't let me do it. Where I can move chords. Ooh, why is it taking so long? Ooh, excuse me. I'm not sure why is it taking so long to load up. Oh, that's probably the reason why I'm doing that, because I'm actually on Facebook, on YouTube video. So I found out that I can actually load up chords over here using my mouse and switch over, and then okay, I can go over here with my baby Mac and do the same thing over here, build the chords. And then also I have my new mini Mac over here, desktop, and I can actually do the work on pretty much what I use. I don't want to say simultaneously, but close to simultaneously at the same time. So I had already started it already, and let me see. Let me switch over to the iPad. So I didn't know I could do all this. This is funny to me. So I had no idea that I can actually do this. I can do the work here. I can do the work over there, and I can actually build my book a lot faster. Actually, let me see. Where's the mouse go? Hey, where you go? Moving around so fast. Where are you? Hey, where are you? Hold on. All right, there you go. All right, I was like, where you go? So I found I have a library of chords. I may have to log off and relog back in because this is stuck saying, it's leaving me a message saying that it's having a hard time loading the chords. What it is, I'm on a different page, a whole different page. But what I would do is go back to my original book page. Let me see, it's still struggling. Yeah, still struggling. We cannot load your images. Don't worry. There's just a problem on our side still, and I keep hitting load. So I got a feeling this because, wait, did it do it now? Nope, still. All right, but anyway, let me see. So far right now, over here, I've already built an 8-chord progression already that I did maybe 2 or 3 days ago. And then over here, I built the next chord, the chord y'all just heard me playing a minute ago. Playing that C minor 9 chord, the A flat major 9 chord, and the E flat major 9 chord. That is just me changing the voicing of the chord that y'all just heard me playing with that song. Oh, see me playing this for voicing. I'm playing this for oh. Now I'm playing this voice, major 9. Nobody like you, no. Changing the voicing. There's nobody like you, no. B flat. And then I'll probably just go ahead and play the A flat. The B flat attitude. That's what I was trying to get to back to, and I couldn't get to it because, or just straight up B flat chord. So that's what I was trying to do, and it's got me let me see, would it let me load it? Still tripping out. All right, so it's still tripping out. I might be able to grab it from the original book. Let me lock this up right quick, and that's a 3-chord progression. So I can probably do that and also work on these other chords individually and transcribe them individually and drop them in the chord book, so there you will be able to grab these dope chords and create your own chord progression. Or if you just hear something and you like, wait, hold on, let me go to the play by side. I'm almost certain that I'm gonna find that chord over there, and then if you don't, it's gonna be in my next chord. That's why I talk about the playing the hot chord. And I'll do the trenchos, you know what? I'm not a keyboard player, right? But if I keep doing this, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be a crazy keyboard player. But like I said, that David Jackson move. That's what we're doing the minor 9. And then he do that. Minor 9 again. Major 7 flat 5 in the book. Major 7 sharp 9 sharp 5. On the way to this book. All right. And the craziest thing is, I did not know I already had it in here. I'm mad right now. All right. I did a lot of stuff a long time ago before I got sick, and I did not realize that these chords are in the book already. So I'm mad right now. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Because I could have went ahead and added to this book, but I found out that I wasn't going to be able to do it is because the contract agreement was 75 pages, but they allowed me to do 97 pages. So let's give them a thumbs up for this company. They allowed me to do 79 pages, and they didn't charge me extra for it or nothing like that. They didn't slap me on the hand and say, hey, you know, your book went a little over. We're going to have to charge you a little extra for, you know, the book. So let me go back to my original book cover. Let me see. I think this is this one. Let me see. I think I clicked the right one. Yep, so this is my original coming up slowly. And so, all right, so that might allow me to see all of my chords. Let's see. It's a little slow. Let me see here. Let me see if it's gonna be nice to me. Load. Right. So let me see if it's gonna allow me to see all of the chords that I've had already been loaded up way back in 2000. Because I did not just start this, y'all. I've been doing this back in, you know, when we had COVID. When we had COVID, we had no choice but to stay at home. And so let me see. Well, they fired it off out there. Yeah. Let me see here. All right. Okay, let me see if this is gonna let me, because I'm on my original page now. Well, they firing it off. My dog would have been scared to the death. What's going on? All right, so I see all my chapter number on it. I can read this off. So it's like, well, I see all my chords from chapter 18. All right, so chapter 18. These are chords from chapter 18. And all right, so then we jump to my major 7 with the flat 5, sharp 5. I believe that was chapter number 7. I be getting confused sometimes. Let me open up my book. So I see my chords there. All right. And I'm trying not to make sure I'm duplicating chords that I had already did a long time ago, which is going to be, it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure I duped the chord again. I'm pretty sure my editor is going to be like, yo, we've seen these chords already. Yep, chapter 14. So I can see that. I see my chords for chapter 14. And then, can I make this bigger? How did I make this bigger? Okay. Usually a thing down here to let me make this bigger. All right, and then I see my minor 7, flat 5, 9, 11. That's in the book. All right, that will be over here at chapter number 15. All right, so I already got these chords in here. And then, let's see, what's my next move? Minor 9, flat 5. Then we have the minor 7, flat 5. I think I just passed that already. Minor 7, flat 5. That should be chapter number 16. So I see those chords there. I was trying to see if I could find the other. Then I have my 6/9, sharp 11. I did not know I had already did this, so I resent it out again. So like I said, I don't remember doing all this stuff because, yeah, it's crazy. So I see I have my 6/9, sharp 11. I ended up sending it out again. Oops. Probably if I did send it out, I did probably approach it in a different way because I told y'all guys it's more than one way to approach your 6/9, sharp 11. So I see that there. So I don't have 6/9, sharp 11 in the book because, again, you know, it was all about how many chords had I not put the basic theory in chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, then I would have dropped these other chords there, and they would have been all in 12 keys. So the 6/9 sharp 11 would have been in there, but I wanted to give the beginner musicians up the code so you can know your number system, your scales, chords, and left hand and right hand double up, and so forth. And then chapter 9 we go into doing some crazy chords. All right, then I have a minor 11 with a flat 5. That puts me over here at chapter 17, right? So these, I see I got all these chords in here. I can mark them off, actually, the ones I've already did have in here. And so then I have a minor 9, flat 5. I believe I saw that over here at chapter 9, flat 5, chapter 13. All right, and then we have the major 7 with the flat 5, which I had just mentioned, which should be over here at chapter number. Where is that chapter actually? Chapter 12. All right. Okay, that's the major one. And then I did mention the 6/9. The regular 6/9 is coming up soon. Right here, 6/9. So I got my 6/9, regular 6/9 without the sharp 11. And then I take y'all to a whole nother level. I start playing around with the minor 13/9 sharp 11. That should be on. Let me see what page is that one on. I think. Did I throw that one in here? I know I did. All right, the minor 9. Wait. What's what I said this was called? Minor 13/9 sharp 11. There it is. It's in chapter 9. It's up there with chapter 9, the fat chords. And then I'll hit y'all with the diminished majors, diminished 7 with the 11, 13. That's in the book. That should be chapter what y'all heard me doing a minute ago, chapter 10. So I'm pretty much covered all of them chords in here. Now any other chords in here, I have forgotten that I did them. All right, so we have the minor 9, 11. All right, that's also chapter 9. We did the 9, the major 9, the minor 9, 11, minor 13, 9, sharp 11. That's already in there. So I did them in all 12 keys. And then I was looking for this one chord. We had the major 9. I didn't get a chance to put the major 9 in there, but I put I'm sorry. I did put the major 9. Shut up, Andre. The major 9 is in chapter 9. Duh. All right, so my major 9 is in chapter 9. Duh. Okay. Well, remember, I went back again and did some more of the major 9 moves from a different angle because there's more than one way to approach each score. So I'm taking it to a whole nother level. So the second book, that's when I'm really throwing it out there for sure. More of it, of the heat. And then we had the major 7 with the sharp 5. That put me in chapter number 7. All right. And then we have our dominant chord should be coming up. Let's see what is our dominant chord. Now, I didn't realize I did this. So I did chords that are already in the book, but this time it's adding the bass line to it. All right. So I have the F7, the B7, the B flat 7, the A7, A flat, all those in all 12 keys. Now, these are only ones I haven't I will be dropping in the next book because that way you have left hand and right hand and bass line. And it will be definitely, yes, for organ player and keyboard players still to be able to pull these chords from underneath your hat. And then I did the individually, whether it be left hand or right hand, the inversions, excuse me, of our diminished chords. And actually, I was actually doing a song right here. This is actually a song chord progression that I did right here that I just sat here and sitting here tripping off of. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. So I created a chord progression right here that I could easily drop over in that other book. That's funny, man. This actually is kind of funny to me when I see this. But so yeah, so I did some chord progressions right here. So that's gonna be simple and easy to do. And then of course individually the chords that I mentioned to y'all earlier, the major, the minor, the augmented, right? The diminished, dominant chord, all right. But y'all said I told y'all I doubled them up in the play by sight in chapter whatever chapter it falls in, y'all. One of them chapters. Dominic Court chapter, what it is. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell you what the chapter is. Chapter number 6. All right, but now what I'm gonna probably I didn't want to do this because this is gonna be taken away from uh fast tracking. All right. Now, if I go ahead and do it, it's just gonna take more space in the book. Then that'll be less of me putting the fiery chords in there. Nah, yeah, it will be actually because now I'm individually going to be saying, make sure you learn your inversions, root position, first inversion, second inversion. You know your minor chord, same thing, root position, first inversion, second inversion. I might not just not do it, y'all. But I did break it down whether you're gonna do your left hand and or your right hand. All right, that is to me it's just gonna take up more space in the book for me doing that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that on maybe like an edition number 5 or something like that. But yeah. I really didn't want to do that. So that's what I did here is all of the chords that I said, the structured chords, major, minor, augmented, diminished, blah, blah. And I even did the Nashville system, major, minor, minor, major. Actually, let me take that back. I didn't necessarily have to, but it's automatically going to be in the move anyway in all 12 keys. When I do the major, minor, augmented, diminished, dominant chord, major 7 chord, sus2, sus4, and the 7 sus4 chord. That's automatically because when I'm transposing up to the next key, it's going to give me the chords that I needed to do anyway in versions for the next key. So I just kind of dropped it in my book over here, but in the real book over here, I just felt that this is gonna take more pages, take up more pages, and I get it for my beginner musicians. I'm looking out for y'all, but I'm trying to fast track y'all at the same time. So I I gotta let me pray over it. Let me pray over that because that kind of like brings us back to chapter. That just brings me back to edition number 1, basically. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So it's kind of like maybe edition number 1 or just regular edition of play by sight. I should have just said, okay, let me do all this stuff that I'm saying for my beginner musicians. But again, I didn't know what was going to happen to me when I got really sick. So I thought, let me just hurry up and fast track y'all. Yeah. So I really don't want to go backwards to do this, but I'll think about it. I got 2 days. All right, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday I'm getting back to work. Actually, maybe after Wednesday. Well, I'll start some on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'm gonna be pretty busy Wednesday, and then maybe and then possibly Thursday and Friday I'll pick this thing back up. But I really didn't really want to go into doing this because then that just sets everything back to what I'm actually my goal is to fast track everybody to the fat chords and the dope chords and the off the hook chords, off the chain chord that make you cry, make your other musicians turn their heads and be like, oh my God, make other musicians be hating. All right, they'll be like, where you get them chords from? Yes, yours truly, yours, Andre Clark. So I got all of them chords in here, all 12 keys. Yeah, and did them in the actual inversions and stuff like that. So, like I said, this is the killer chords, right? This is my murder chords, 187 chords over here, right? These are the chords we finna turn some. You know. Yeah, these the moves that we you know. You know, these are chords we gonna turn some heads. I love you, though. I love you, though. I love you, though. Now, instead of me going back to the 1, I'm gonna use the passing move from the 7 on A. I'm sorry, B flat, the B, C, and get to my target chord 3. Right, that's all of these chords. The move is the 7. Right, and that's what we hear our favorite musician be playing on. And then we have our 3 chord. We can also do the same thing, transpose. You know, if you have time, right? If you have time to transpose, and then go to your your 6, 2, 5, and then back to the 1. If you have time to pull something like that off, but you would know you, right? You would know you, but that is what the pros are doing, and to give their song flavor is that they're playing technically the 7/13 chord, but I'm just adding a bass line to it, so give you that bass line, because that's the bass line, right? This is the E flat 7, 13. And however far I want to take the voicing. Alright. But it's a 7th, it could be your 7/13. Also, you can have it as your 7 sharp 9 flat 5 as well. So it depends on how far you want to do it. So yeah, it's a 7/9 flat 5, or like I said, your 7/13. Right. So I have to know where my target move. Right. And then I have to know where my 3, how far I want to go to get to my 3. So you saying, I love you, though. All is in the book. I love you, though. Let's see, like I said, double up in the book. Chapter 1, 2, chapter 2, 3, chapter 3. Chapter 3, and now we're gonna do now my 7. The 7/13 is on the way for the second book, y'all. Okay, the 7/13 as well as the 7. What I said was 7 flat 7/9 7 flat 9. What I say? I forgot. Yeah, the 7 sharp 9 with the flat 5. So don't worry, those on the way. Yes, and then your minor 11 with the flat 5. Then you play whatever you doing. I love you, though. 1 up to the 2. All I'm doing, y'all, is move the top note off and bring it in closer. I love you, though. Chapter 2, chapter 3, back to chapter 2. Chapter 2. All right. Now this next chord movement that I'm doing is gonna be in my next chapter, in my next book. With the bass, without the bass line, the 7/13, or with the bass line, the 7/9 sharp 9 flat 5. So what I'm doing is omitting the 1. Don't go back to the 1 because you ain't gonna have time. So after the 5, and then ba da da da. After the 5, then that's with the without the bass, with the bass, and And then if I still got time to get to my 3, the minor 11 flat 5, ba da da. Then go to my 4. I'm sorry, it's my 6. All right, major 9. I'm doing either major 9, or I can do major 7, or major 9 13, whatever voicing I want. But it's really B flat minor 9. And remember, these chords is in my book. the major 7 double up, hit the B flat, and it's still B flat minor 9 11. What? And all I'm doing is take off the top note, just bring it inside, bring it inside. Oh, if I don't want that top note, just bring it inside. Just omit whatever the top note, just eliminate the top note. It's still B flat minor 9. And then this chord is also in chapter 4. It's just individually, but I did double it up. Just take off the left hand and come down till you end up playing the E flat 9 13. All right, but and then that's when I go into the. Those are 3 4 chords right there. 1 2 3. Now without the bass line is the F sharp at 2. F sharp 6 9 sharp 11. I told you there's more than one way to approach these chords. Alright, F sharp at 2. F sharp 6 9 sharp 11. Then I'm playing the F sharp major 9 that time. This is like I said, F sharp major add 2, 6 9 sharp 11, major 9. So, but if I hit the bass line, then change the name of the chord to a flat 9 sus 4. That changes it to an A flat 9 add 11. And then that changed it to an A flat 13 sus 4. And I'm getting fancy with it. Now, the chord doesn't know what that is. No, now I do now because I had extra note. Oh. I took one note off and that kind of helped out. Nope, that still didn't do it. Nope, let's do one note. Nope. Wait, hold on. Why not doing it? Wait, why do I not do it this time? Now that's funny because I went to. Oh, okay, I see what I'm doing. Now there were 3 chords along the way. Or your major 3rd, and then the 2nd, major 2nd, and then A flat 9 sus 4. Now A flat 13 sus. Right. So and then that voicing. Tritone, say. Now that is F sharp diminished major 7. Right, and up with the bass line now changes everything. A flat 13 with the flat 9. You play all kind of crazy stuff. And I do inversion. And another way, A flat 13, flat 9, sharp 11, all kind of crazy way. A flat 7 with a flat 9, flat 5, flat 13. It's all kind of crazy way. So, all right, let me stop this craziness. But that's all that stuff that I put over here, and I'm planning on getting those chords back. Of course, after the 4th, everybody's on holidays, taking vacation. So my editor, once she returns back, then those chords will be start to generate in my direction. And I still hadn't even finished down here that I haven't highlighted, and I'm trying to make sure I don't duplicate what I did already, and then pick up and pull up more chords from other areas or stuff that I learned to play somewhere else. Let me see here. Is my phone on the charger? Yes. Um, okay, let me see what y'all saying over here, because I know I've been rattling off on here. But play by sight, I'm trying to cover all of the corners as much as I can. I know I keep using that word try, but that is my definite goal, is to get these chords out in the book so that you all can start learning how to play. I'm gonna give my own self some hearts. Come on, give me some hearts, y'all. At least I'm making an effort. I'm gonna give myself a 100 behind it, because God has allowed me to live long enough to pull this off, y'all. All right, and I'm gonna pop over this thing. Excuse the noises that y'all hear from this crazy old Dell. Hope you be nice to me and not make any noises. Is it gonna be nice to me? Oh wow. Okay, it's being nice to me a little bit. Okay. And that's where I say, when I do these chords, all right, when I do these chords, y'all, I'm telling y'all gonna start turning heads. People are gonna be like, "Oh my God, where'd you learn that from?" And you can tell them, yeah, go over there and get play by sight. This dude over here breaking it down, breaking it down, breaking it down. He over there breaking it down, breaking it down, breaking it down. And my book is not expensive; it's very cheap. And I kind of look at it like, from my experience, paying somebody. I've been doing some researching on that too. Paying somebody $50 or for a half hour, or I don't know if it's $50 for an hour or whatever, depending on the individual. But my experience was the church was paying somebody, I believe it was $60 or $60, $70 an hour, just said $60 an hour, for me to take lessons, and gave the person the material that I wanted to learn how to do, for that them to work on. I show up 2 weeks later. This person is not ready with the material that I'm trying to learn. So now they scurrying around trying to figure out how to play the song. And then I came prepared. I had my notes. I had my pen. I had my notepad. I was ready to roll, get them chords knocked down, ready to go play for next Sunday. And the instructor wasn't ready. And so that meant I'm going to be behind on whatever it is that I'm trying to learn. So I learned my lesson. That happened to me once, and it happened to me twice. That was through the church. This time I went to go pay for lessons, and the same scenario happened to me then. And then that's what made me say, you know what? Enough is enough. And we're going to start learning how to play these chords. So some of these musicians out there allow me to come and record them, come and hang out at their rehearsals, go to the concerts with them when they had concerts or some type of gig if they did. I followed a lot of Bay Area musicians, and then followed some people online that allow me to get information from them, or they shared information with me. And so what you do is you just take a little of this, take a little bit of that, take a little bit of this, and take a little bit of that, and incorporate it in your already everyday stuff that you might already do. And this is for people who's already intermediate level, if you will, and even or advanced level. But for beginner level musician, you're gonna have a better start at this, because you getting everything I'm doing in all 12 keys from the gate. It's like you're starting at the front line, right? At the starting line at the beginning. So you're going to get all this in all 12 keys. You're gonna pretty much, some of y'all out there gonna catch up to me, catch up to other musicians out there who better than me. And y'all might pass me up. I ain't gonna be mad at you. Let me turn around and look at y'all. I ain't gonna be mad at y'all. Do what you gotta do. But take the information as I was saying, I ain't gonna say the other word, but run with it, right? Take the information and run with it, right? Do your thing. Learn how to do them in all 12 keys. So there's no excuses that no one on this earth cannot learn how to play these chords in all 12 keys, because I dropped them in all 12 keys. And I'm pulling chords from progressions and dropping it in the book. All right, that's how I'm doing it. All right. So as I will go over here and I will pull a song, right, and see what I can learn from it. All right. Let me see what my volume at. All right. And this is how I'll do it. And I'm like listening to stuff that I will find and play by sight. Literally. That first chord, I know y'all hear it. There it is, major 9. I told y'all. All right. The secret sauce chord in chapter, I'm telling y'all, is in the book. That first chord is in chapter 9. The second chord is in chapter 4, the secret sauce chord. And this 2-note movement chord, I call it, is over there in chapter 18. What? Yes, that's A flat, right? That's the minor second. That's the major second. What? And I took the chord over in chapter number, what did I say, 4? Chapter 4? Maybe not 4. I think it's chapter 5. Did I say 5? Listen, I'm trying to memorize my own book, right? The contents. And what is it? Chapter 5. All right, chapter 5. Bam! My 7/4 chord. And and then the A flat second chord movement is in chapter 18. What? Yes. Chapter 18. Those are dissonant notes that we talk about, are dissonant notes or intervals or clusters, whatever. These are clusters. They call them clusters, but we also call them seconds. Minor second. Chapter 18, y'all. What? And I can just take the 7/4 chord and transpose it. What? G major 9 with a flat 5. A flat major 9 with a flat 5. I can transpose this all day. All day. Right. What? You know, I don't like to say you have to be smart. I would just say you just have to be curious. All right? You got to be curious. All right? Is somebody trying to call me? All right. Is this thing still? Hello? Y'all still able to see me? Is this thing, or is it slow over here? All right. Sometimes this thing be slow over here. Chris, what's up? What's up, Chris? Let me see. This is Robert. What's going on, Rob? Can you do a video on congregation? Let me see. A sharp. When people use that word A sharp, that's B flat. And when we use the word C sharp, that's D flat. I think my biggest thing is learning when to apply those different chords. Like when to apply the 11th, the 13th. Let me see what the others say. I can't see. The 11th, 13th, and so forth, and so on. Let me see here. And who is this? Wilson. Hope I said it right. Wilson. Hello and hello. All right. Was that Gator Bait? What up? What's up, Gator Bait? So yeah. Is this thing? So? Is it? Hold on, y'all. I'm just wondering, is this stuck? Let me see. Let me go back to it and see. Try to get it to unstick itself. So let me see here. Let's see how I do that. Let me try to go back, y'all. Go back. Hope you guys having a good fourth or safe fourth. Stay out the way. There we go. So I have to start on. Stay out the way. That's what I do. Rob, I ain't really played congregational on that that much, but let me see something here. I do it when my wife is here. I don't do this on the keys. I pretty much just do this stuff on the organ. But let me see. I ain't gonna make no excuses. But that's something that I really don't really trip off of. Let me see here. Let's go here. I think we do this one here. Oh, keep forgetting. Let me pop this one off right quick. And a lot of the stuff I don't realize I'm doing when it comes down to playing specific chords. I would just say when I am playing stuff, this is your major 9, major 7 with the flat 5, sharp 5, major 9 again. Because you're talking about playing your 9. I believe I saw you say your 9. Let me read that again. Make sure I see what I was reading when you said the and B flat. See, you said the 11th, the 13th, and so forth and all that. I never really trip off of that when I'm playing actually. Because I'll sit here and play my major 9, 11, my major 9, the major 9, right? The 7, sharp 5, the minor 9, flat 5, minor 7, major 7 with the flat 5, the minor 11 with the flat 5. And back to your minor 9 moves. So So let me drop a beat and see what I come up with, because I really don't be I have never really tripped off of this actually. Well, whether I'm playing those, Oh, hold on, I gotta turn down. Hold on, let me get out of YouTube for just a sec. All right, let's see here. Now let's try this again. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? See, okay, there's that major 9 man. Okay, let me see. Bless it, Lord. Let's see, what's the song? I can't think of congregation so long. I haven't played in the church for a minute. What's the song? I can't think of one. Hold on. I ain't been in church to be tripping off of that. Let me see. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. So even if he was in B flat doing that chord, most of those moves are really, using depending on what the song is. As far as congregational, I can't. My brain can't think of it. Let me see. What's that one? My wife always do. I can't remember it now. Gee, what's the song? What's the song that I can think of? I can't think of it. Let me see. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Okay, there it is. So you were talking about that major 9 or the 13. Right? That's the 13. All right. So, let me slow that tempo down. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. All right. Right? Yeah, so it just really depends, but I never really gave it thought on the 11th moves, unless I'm playing the minor 9. For sure, the minor 9s, right? The major 7 with flat 5, and this is your minor 6, minor 7 flat 5 with a 13. I think it's bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name. Bless of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Oh, the name. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Oh, bless that wonderful name. Bless that wonderful name. You still playing around, Bless that wonderful name. Even if you went to B flat and play the same thing, it will be in kind of same thing. Same thing, y'all. Whether you're playing it in B flat or C sharp or even A flat. A D9 sharp 11 present, D9 of G, diminished 7 is the A flat. That's that wonderful name. Alright, that 7, remember I told you earlier that 7-13. Alright, major 7 flat 5 sharp 5, major 9, whatever you and no other. I forgot how to play it. Minor 7 flat 5, major 7 flat 5. It all depends on what you know. I told you. Minor 9, 11. You know, wherever you want to go. And the 7th line, sharp 9, sharp 5. Right. So, yeah, your 13, your 11s. Most of the moves that I'm noticing is the major 9s. Your D9 sharp 11, or D7 sharp 9 sharp 5, or flat 5. Whichever one you want to do, whether you want to do the D9 sharp 11. I'll do both of them because what I'm doing is playing around with the augmented chord and the minor chord. Right. So congregation, you know, it depends on how you want it, and you know, everybody plays things differently. Whatever you want wish I had a bass, bass playing behind this stuff. But anyway, so yeah, Chris. As far as the 13s and stuff like that, you know, if you're reaching for your 913s, yeah, most of the stuff you're hearing is, you know, your major 7 and your major 9, or your major 913. But you know, or your 7 13. You know, you playing around with this and I'll switch it over. You know, I don't know. Congregational. I have to like be in the service to do it. Because I can't think of songs. My brain is like not even on that stuff. But especially like doing it on the keys. I'm not really a keyboard player like that. You know, like I said, bless that one. Yeah. My mind had to be. I had to be like at church to be like, oh, okay, that's what y'all want to do. But yeah. Yeah. So Chris, these are chords that you might be hearing too. You know, your 7 6 9 sharp 11. You know, and stuff like. All this crazy stuff they be doing. I hear the other one, and for some reason I have to listen to it. My hands will find it, cause I know they do it. Yeah. I have to listen to it because I can't get my brain to think of it. Or actually to do it, I have to hear it and then I'll play it. So yeah, Chris, anybody out there? So you know when you want to learn stuff like this, let me turn down the volume because that do an echo on me. It will echo out on me. So yeah, Chris. Like I said, I don't really do like that type of stuff on the keys, but I will have to do it on organ. But yeah, to apply these types of chords, it's pretty cool to do once you grab the book, you can grab some ideas on where you want to put these chords at in your playing. You know, yeah. So I see you say your biggest thing is learning to apply those different chords. Um, yeah, I know what you're saying. I'll be thinking the same thing. But so yeah, your 11th, your 13. Yeah, if your 11th come in there somehow, it's generally gonna be, like I said, from your major move, and generally usually gonna end up being your minor move and not your major move. Because I never tripped off of playing congregation songs using the major nine. So it's like, let me think of something. Uh, um, I never would have thought of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I was in C sharp, it's always gonna be that minor nine or that major seven. See, get some more fingers. And major nine. And how do you? And then if you're saying putting your 11, right? So let's see, we got 11 in B, so that will be technically the 4 in B. It's not gonna sound right. So I'm saying it's not gonna sound right. Even if you sharp the left, it sounds kind of weird. All right, it won't really. Oh, actually, I lied. You can do your 11 and it will just be sharp left. Never thought about it like that. Okay, now that probably. Oh, I never thought about it like that. More than likely, I would like. If I'm thinking of preacher chord, I might do that song. It might sound funny a little bit. But to play that in a congregation, it can be done. It's just you playing two different chords at the same time. You playing your F sharp chord and your major 7 chord. And that's your major 9 sharp 11. That sounds better than the actual regular 11. That's your regular 11. And technically, that is actually an F sharp 13 sus. Right? That might work too. See, it sounds crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it would probably sound weird doing it, but yeah, it sounds kind of funny doing that. So most of the majority of the time when you're doing your congregation song, it will be your major 7 chord. Yes. And even with preaching, it would be your major 7, major 9. And your minor 7 with the flat 5, flat 13. And then you have your 6/9 sharp 11. Depends on what you're doing. Major 9 with the 13, right? And you did mention the 13. So yeah, yeah. All right, you take that same chord, all right? If you're doing it in A flat, you say you want to do it in B flat, right? So it will be 2 keys up. No one, I'll just transpose, right? And then do that in B flat. Right, and it'll be A flat, major 9, 13. More than likely, I'll voice that down in. But it'll be a different voicing. So it'll be major 9. Then so it's a combination with the minor 9, minor 9, 13, and then your E flat major 13, and then your A flat major 9. And because when I voice the different inversion of my major 7th doing the second inversion, it just makes me play the voicing different. And you just going back and forth with your A flat major 9 to either F minor 9 11 or F minor 6 9 11. Or the other one I played was no, wait, what or the D minor 7 with the flat 5 with the flat 13. Now when I played it up here, yeah, it's the minor 13, minor 7 flat 5, flat 13, and minor 11 flat 5. It just depends on where how you want to do that. Now the A flat 6 9 sharp 11. Oh, B flat. I was playing that chord in B flat. My bad. Forgot what key I was in. Yeah, so it all depends on the approach, but the 13, you might not really play it as much. Right? The 13, 9, 9, 13. It depends. On I have to hear your approach and see what you're saying, but that's just my approach to it. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Oh, bless that wonderful name of Jesus. Bless that wonderful name of Jesus. So, I'm just trying to see, I'm just trying to split it. Major 9. So it all really depends. Chris, everybody might approach it differently, but yeah, the 11 and 13. But like I said, what I'm been doing it is it's just either the minor 9 11 or it could be the major 7 with the sus 2. It just depends. all depends. Yes. So most of that is the major 9, major 7 flat 5 sharp 5, minor 6, diminished up, major 9, major 7 flat 5 sharp 5, and then but it depends on how you want to play those types of songs. So yeah. What's up, my friend? Yes, I'm up late. My honey and the grandson, they're out looking at the fireworks. I'm not into that. I'm in here trying to get better on the keys. So here's something I learned to try to deal with is always try to learn something new. I might easily use the word different, but let's just say new. Every time I come to the board, my whole approach is to learn, something new that I hadn't done before. So I will pull something new, like, something that I'm not accustomed to doing. Excuse me. As far as the material is concerned. How you do it, right? However I heard the musician might have doing. So the whole goal is every time you go to your board, try not to, what I say, doodling around, because that's just a waste of energy, a waste of time. You just come into the keyboard playing that same old song that, I already know how to play that. There's nobody like you. There's no point in me playing that again, right? Unless I want to do something different. Okay, so. Oh, okay, that's not allowed to do. Okay. To find out something different. All right. That will be something different. And that's because I'm grabbing chords from the play-by-sight and saying, okay, I can throw this move in the song. Oh, let's say thank. Let me see you, Lord. Approach it one way. Let's see. Thank you, Lord. Let me see. Let's try it again. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't hear me do that. Come from a different angle. Another way. Another way. Another way. Thank you. I just want to thank you. different way. No. I'm not a keyboard player. I'm just saying, y'all. Pulling chords from the play by sight and try to see can I put them together in a chord progression way and do it different, like. Oh, I would have went. I was thinking of a trick move. One of the moves that Jason White. I'm pulling some chords from Jason White, alright? So yeah. I just be having fun with it, right? Just thinking of these cluster moves. Hold on, gotta see. What note stuck? Note stuck. Hey. Hey. I got a note stuck. Hold on. All my chords are stuck. What happened? Hold on. Why the notes stuck? Hold on, switch over. Alright, why are y'all stuck? Hey. Let me see what's going on here. Is it option? Why is it stuck? Why is it stuck? Alright, let me see. Why is it stuck, y'all? Every now and then, Cordy gets a little stuck. Stuck on dumb. It's still stuck? What the hammer hocks is going on? Why is it stuck? Okay, let me see here. Okay, now kick me out. Let's reboot. So good thing it didn't kick me out. So yeah, you should talk on the mic at church. Because you can talk. I can talk, I can get at it, yeah, I don't really I haven't really played at church as much. I only played this past Sunday. I played why is he doing that? I played last Sunday. Was it last Sunday? Yeah, last Sunday. I was feeling well enough to go to church, and then my replacement was unable to make it last Sunday, so I went ahead and got in the car and went on ahead and tried to do what I could on the organ. I should jump on the organ. I haven't been on the organ for like a minute. That's funny. Yeah, I'm real shy. I really actually I really don't do that much talking at church. I just when I go, I just whoever the conductor is, they say what we doing, and then I'll just play and keep it pushing. Where we going? All right, cool. We're gonna do that song. All right, fine, whatever, you know. And then I'll play that song. Let me see. Let me go. I'm gonna go on the organ. I'm gonna try to. I haven't been on the organ in a while, so I'm gonna sound super rusty, dusty. I'm gonna have to take some dust off of my fingertips. And I'm gonna try the organ. Y'all give me a minute and let me start it up, cause my organ needs to get serviced. So cause I don't have a my Leslie what do they call it? The red light is stuck. Y'all get me on the organ for the first time in a while, in a long while. So let me try to switch over. Let me see, how do I do it? How do I do this? How do I do it? Let me see, can I? Let me see. That direction. Oh, I ain't got to move it. Oh, okay, I thought I had to move it a little bit. Okay, got my junk over there. Hold on, I got to do one thing before I even do that. Give me 1 second. Let the organ kind of warm up, so it doesn't let it warm up just for a second here. Let me do something here 1 second before I go over there and start smashing on there. Check on the dog, make sure he's good. Just check on my beast. All right, let me see. Let's try this again. All right, this thing's stuck again. Good Lord. All right, there you go. All right, thought it was stuck. Let me see. Oh, people are getting fired now for being quiet and just playing the music. Really? That's hilarious. I'm a quiet dude. I don't really. I'm a quiet dude. I don't be interested in teaching stuff. I was on that level once upon a time. And I ain't gonna tell you the long story to that, but it is a long story to that. But yeah, I used to do that, and then everybody, what's that word they say? You have a whole bunch of Indians and not enough chief, so everybody wanted to be the chief. Everybody want to say this, they want to say that, and say this and say that, and so forth. So. It was like, you know what, I give up. I don't even want to deal with all that craziness. So I gave that up long ago. Forget it. All right. One thing doing it on the organ, I had to get my pedals together. knock some dust off my finger. Let me see. Stuff I haven't even unboxed. Alright, let's see here. Let me see here. Slide this over. So this is what I learned, some ideas, so that's my plan. Let me see here. I'm gonna drop this volume right quick. Plug in that. And alright, so got the gadget over here. Unlock my laptop right quick. I've been playing on the organ, so I'm a little nervous. Alright. And let me see here if I want to learn something on the organ. Let's open up this. I don't want that. Oh crap, I just closed the folder to something I had already opened. Come on back. Let me see. I think I shut down one of my mics. I'll try to do it on this mic here. Let's see what mic I have on. Right in. Okay, cool. Alright. Them chords I talked about earlier. I haven't done this on the organ. Actually, I need to do it without the left hand. I never did this on the organ. You saw the best in me. And these are chords from Denver. I'm doing it on the organ. I haven't did this on the organ before. Is it? flat. Is it Is it B flat? B flat? B flat? Let me see. And then D minor 9. And then the other 4. That's how I get my chord. Alright, so this is another song. That was something that was on a keyboard, but I thought I'd try to do it on the organ. Man, which one of these things I can open up? It's for the bigger so I can see. Alright, y'all gonna make me go all the way back to what I used to do back in the day before I got sick. And we go to, I guess, where's my original? Is this the original? I think this is the original. Okay. E flat. So let me see. There you go. Oh. Alright, so let's get that. Alright. E flat that too. Let's E flat that too. A flat 13. Wait, hold on. I know it's it. Okay, alright, I know what you're doing there. Alright, C minor 7. The minute 7. Minor 9. So big. Alright, okay, next part. Oh, okay, see, this is going back. Oh, you doing 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so 3. All right, A flat 13. Just in a different voicing. Calvary. All right, hear that? Oh. Okay, so. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, how you doing that? Oh, I forgot. Let me see. Let me see. Alrighty then. Let me see. Gotta see where my fingers at. Let's start seeing how I want to stretch my hand. Oh, this is nasty, y'all. Oh man. Now, y'all want to get me back into play again. 6 to the 7. Okay, alright, is that 7? So you go 7. That's 1. We did E flat. So you start on 5. Still on 5 technically. He just doesn't play bass. 1, 3, 4, to the 5, flat 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, and back up to the 4. Then when you do that move, we're going to the 5 up, 5 up, 6, to the 7, to the. Let's get tricky right here. Let me see. Okay, so you go. It's all of the 1. It's the 1. That's the 1. You just drop the pedal. I'm gonna slide to it. Woo, that's crazy. Alright, he played and died. That's where we're at now. He played and died. So now you go. He played and he's walking the pedals. 3, up to the 4. Actually, correction. 1, 3, 4 up. Actually, going 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4, 2. 1. So it's really quick. You doing it to the 5. Excuse me. So basically, going to this 1 up here. To this 1. Walk up 3 to the 4, 2, 5. That was crazy. I can't remember it all. Then we're on the 5, a different chord on the 5. It's 4, 2, and 5. Alright, now what are you gonna do on these 5? And go. Oh, that one. Nope. Will I hear it? Okay, let me see. How precious. Let's see, hold on. So he's doing this crazy thing. 5. Another on a 5. I think it's 4 chords. Let me count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 1. Hold on, let me get to it again. I already got to it. I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and all those chords was on the 5, y'all. When he did that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes back to the 1. Then you go. What is it? Alright, you gotta understand where he's going. So after the 1, then we're going to 6 up. Actually, we're going up. 6. Hold on. I think I walked backwards. Hold on. So I'm walking backwards. 6 up. Down to the 6. Back to the same chord that we started up from the beginning. That was on the 5. He's gonna do it on the 3, 2. And then to the 5. I can hear that coming. And all the get me back into the organ thing. Alright, so you finished all that. I was a little early. Hot E flat, and run it back to 6, and then 2, 5. That's where we at now. And going to the 1, doing it. So you're using a sus4, and you're using that. I'm using a sus4, right? But we're breaking it up into it's a major chord, G major chord, by the way. And then you just use it. The right hand, and he's doing this on the E flat. What? That's crazy. That's on a 1. How did he even come up that? What? That's on a 1. E flat. Alright, so let me see. Running battery 10. Huh? Why is it 10%? Is I'm unplugged? Hold on. How's that possible? I'm plugged in. What do you mean 10%? Did I accidentally shut it off? Hold on. Okay, now I heard something. Let me see here. Make sure my battery ain't going dead on me all of a sudden while I'm in the middle of this. How can I tell is it charging? Oh, right here in front of me. So got the green light. So it should be charged up. That was weird. Let's see. Da 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 da. So right da 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 da. And because I understand that he's going to the 1, that means he's going to the 3. You see, I think. And then, hold on. I think he's going to the 3 when he do that. Okay, how I make this window back? How did I make that back? And he kicked me out. Alright, hold on, y'all. Just kick me out. I'm not trying to start all over. So there you go. Alright, so there we are there. Then we go to 3 to the 4. So and then for and then he uses the major 7 double up. To the 4. That's a trick. Right then. I feel like he's playing that same chord that he was on the 4 and going to the 5 with it. And I can already party here. We're gonna do it. Back to that diminished spool. And then this whole move right there again. As I said. Then you repeat that too. But this time we're going to the minor mode. Earlier we were on B flat. Now we're using the G minor chord this time. Right, so you know, at that whole thing. And then because I hit on that melody now. And repeat 6, 5, 4, 3. Let me see, you do that slightly different. Let's see. Come on. I heard that bass. He's doing a little different this time again. So each time around he plays it different, so that's cool. Alright, so alright, so let's get where we at. I told you these chords is in the book, y'all. The major 7th flat 5, but because we're playing the E flat chord, it makes you play the E flat major 9 13, y'all. A flat major 9, and he's going back to this one. So we're going to return back to that. 6, 7. Right back to this again. So you repeat that. Thank God. All right. All right, y'all. Enough of this. I'll catch y'all later on the next video. Yes. And why is it saying low battery still? That's weird. All right, so I'll catch y'all later on the next videos. When I get back on the organ again. Y'all catch me on the organ this time. Yeah, so I'm rusty with it. But I have to knock off some cobwebs off my fingertips and get back to it. So let me greet my honey. She's on her way coming home now. And my grandson and all that good stuff. So you guys have a nice evening. Be safe. And I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.